What's up, everybody? This is Ram Shack. So today we're doing the next video in my Gran Turismo 3 Epic Racers series. This is a hilarious race, as you see there in the starting lineup. R390 got 5th this time. This is the GT All-Stars race on Laguna, Seca with the GT1, R390. Always gotta have that Panos in there. And then 2 other cars, XJ220 and Alteza, are just chilling. So this race, first off, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Help me get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. I would love a sub because only 7% of my viewers are subbed at this point, and that seems very low. It seems lower than it should be, but I would love some subs. But anyway, yeah, what I do on this channel is I played through Gran Turismo 3 a long time ago, and now I just do fun epic races. This game is extremely replayable, very fun, and so I decided to play clean this time. Just chilled in the back with the Castrol Mugen and SX. Make passes only when is necessary, when I can. When an AI kind of drifts wide or whatever, I kind of don't really touch a lot of people this race, unless obviously there are a few exceptions, but I don't try to make anyone spin. There's just a few points people, run into me because that's what happens. And I tried to keep the Esperante from spinning for a little bit, just because it helps. So I just kind of come up next to him here. As long as I'm next to him, then he doesn't spin for some reason. But he gets close, but he didn't spin. So yeah, this race was fun because I tried to play it clean, more clean than normal. And I wanted to see if the R390 would mess up on his own, and he did a lot, and it was awesome. Missed the pit a few times, so you can see that probably by the thumbnail. I'll make it more obvious. GT1 does his usual weird spin at the beginning. His first lap, he usually struggles. Esperante spins and flies right in front of the Alteza there, gets absolutely drilled, which that would have ended his race if there was damage in this race. And also his race as well. Both of their races would have been over, but their races are pretty much over anyway because they're very far behind the whole time. So yeah, this was a great race, a lot of fun. I just kept it clean, just taking apexes as best as possible. The Castrol Mugen has fantastic handling. It's a very great car. I really like it, and it's a good blend. So I'm not using one of the fastest cars in the game, but I'm still using a very fast car, so I'm not massively outpowered, but I'm reasonably outpowered, so I can actually come back on straightaways and stuff like that. And then the random corkscrew where the GT1 goes really slow, I always forget that. But I didn't mess him up or anything. At least I don't think I messed anybody up this race. I'll monitor myself, but you'll see the R390 miss a lot of pits. It's great. I was kind of nervous at this point in the race because I was like, R390 is like very far ahead. It makes me I was a little bit nervous, but he did not fail to entertain, I'll say that, because for example he went flying off the road a lot, and it's really fun. So obviously the Panos is still just chilling in the back. I actually don't think he spun on that corkscrew for some reason, or maybe he did the weird thing where he like drifts it a lot, but he didn't spin fully because he wasn't that far behind the Alteza yet. Although now he is, so I'll still try to show him a little bit, but I'll generally keep it on me and the GT1 and the R390, the XJ220, because we have a pretty good fight until the R390 misses the pit a million times. It's fantastic. I love it. Especially because I didn't have to do anything, and I like showing every once in a while that I am in fact a clean driver. I don't drive only recklessly. I mean, I like to make the AI make mistakes, but again, it's way more fun to be clean and then have the AI just do stuff on their own. That's always more fun. So it was a weird moment where the GT1 and the XJ220 almost just ruined each other's race, but they managed to both keep it under control. Eventually the R390 does start to spin, but because I didn't mess with him, he still made it through the 8th. If the R390 gets through the 8th lap without spinning, then usually something good happens, where he like makes mistakes and stuff like that. But again, sometimes he just still does well on the 9th lap, even when he's not pitted. It just kind of depends. There's a lot of factors that go into that. But obviously when the R390 gets caught needing to pit and misses the pit, oh, it's so great. But yeah, so I'll kind of let this stuff go. I won't talk too much longer, but again, thank y'all so much for watching. I know that's been like years of me doing these videos. I hope they're entertaining. Seems like they are. They're like my most viewed stuff on my channel. And they're very fun to make, honestly. They're a lot of fun. So thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoy it. I will obviously show the R390 spinning a bunch when it happens. It takes him a little bit, but he does not fail to entertain this race. You can see by the thumbnail too. But y'all are awesome. If y'all want requests, let me know things. I like to do requests too. Obviously within reason, but I'll still do them, but I just might not. Depends on what the car is or whatever. But a lot of fun though. This game is very, very great. R390 does his first bottling right there. At this point, I've been able to pass the XG220 because the XG220 and the GT1 were kind of battling a little bit. I didn't show that, but then obviously the GT1 is super fast, so even when I pass him here, he comes flying back up behind next to me. I think I actually end up staying in front of him though, because I brake really late to keep the inside, and then I'm just like, well, I guess I'll just hold this line now, and then I do. So that was good. Trying to keep it clean, of course. Try not to absolutely ruin his race. Here's the Esperante doing a full... That was like 2.5 spins there. Still not the worst one he does. He didn't use the reverse, so I'll give him that. But yeah, this is just a great race. A lot of fun. I'll probably start. I'll stop talking once the R390 actually gets near it, and then I'll focus a little bit more just to make sure I don't miss anything. But yeah, the R390 is so good at every corner that he takes. He just takes them so fast, as does the GT1, but the R390 is like really, really good. And his back tires wear more than his front ones, so he's able to keep it going. The GT1 has a lot of slowdown as his front tires start to wear. But again, it takes him a little bit to really start to slow down, but you'll notice a massive drop in the GT1's performance. But then, of course, they don't like fully go into the pit until their tires turn red. Very simple algorithm they put into this game, but it's not broken or anything. It still works. But yeah, this is just very, very fun. A lot of good stuff happening in this one to come. Again, the Esperante, I wish the Esperante was better. His speed is great. It's just the handling is like complete garbage. I think eventually there are some races where he does well because, you know, races with more straightaways benefit the Esperante because he's actually pretty quick. I think he's faster than pretty much everybody but the top 3 cars in this race series. So, except for on this course, obviously, he just spins like all the time. This is the worst type of spin he does where he hits the reverse. Oh, it's just painful to watch. He loses so much time. He was so far ahead of the R390, and now the R390 is just like right there behind him. It's really great. But yeah, no, we're getting close to the point here. This is where they both spin. I actually wanted to see what happened here. Okay, it just looked like he was battling him. I'm actually surprised the R390 still spun, even though he hit the Esperante there on the straight. But then I just kind of skirted right through them, trying to keep it clean. I wasn't trying to mess with them too much. I just wanted to see how this race would go. So I was like, I'm just going to go in front of him. He's already done some interesting stuff. So I was like, let's just see what happens. Sorry, that was a train. Just cut off my sound for a second there. But yeah, so at this point, I have pulled out in front of the R390. I mean, he's still way faster than me, and so we do battle it out for a while because he is still extremely fast, and he takes this corner leading up to the corkscrew inhumanely fast. Like, he brakes so little, and look at that. Like, how does he do that? He doesn't even get down below 140, and I was like at 120, and then I hit the gravel. So I don't even know. He's so good. But yeah, at this point, I was like, I'm still not going to mess with him. I'd had thoughts of like being on his left when he tries to get into the pit, but then I was like, I don't think I can even make that happen because he's too fast. I mean, it would just, the timing would have to be absolutely perfect, and I just couldn't manage that. So I was like, I'm just going to pretend like, you know. Then he spins here into me, so that was the one time I hit him, but at that point he'd already spun, and I actually think I helped him because I gave him a boost of speed, and then he was able to rotate back around, and that I think actually helped him. So even though I did hit him there, I actually think that helped in the long run. So this is where it starts to get crazy. I won't talk anymore here. Enjoy this. It's going to be a good time. Y'all are great. Peace.